welcome to episode 11 of the Shot Clock podcast with me, your host, Jago. Today's guest is a former teammate of mine. We first played ball together back in secondary school in Drimnagh Castle CBS under the legend that was John Gilmore. I went on to captain the school team to an All-Ireland, and 2 years later, Joey went on to do the same. We played again in Shamrock Rovers Hoops. We ended up co-captain in the team in 06 and 07. Such a great guy, still playing today. Two of the dodgiest knees ever. But still managed to get up and down the court and can still give you work. It was a really fun episode. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can feel the vibes between us. Just such a wonderful person to be around. It's Joey Haastrup.
Welcome to the Shot Clock podcast. Today's guest is a former co-captain of mine, schoolmate of mine. Me and this guy go back far too long. Our current Glasnevin basketball club player, former Mid-Sutton Dublin Bay Vikings, Tolka, which I never knew about until now. I'm still not happy with this. And hoops player, the one, the only Mr. Joseph Haastrup. What's the story, Joey? How are you keeping?
Jago, how's things? How are you? You all right?
Good, man. Good,
doing
man.
Well.
Yeah.
I'd say.
How are you keeping during this lockdown?
I'm trying to keep busy, I suppose, working from home. Three crazy kids to look after as well. Trying to keep everything on lockdown. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm working, I'm doing it all. So it's been busy. I'm doing a lot of walking as well. Trying to keep fit as well. So when the gyms get back open, I'll be a lot happier, so we can blow off a bit of steam, because it's
yeah, I think everyone needs it.
It can be
couple of scrimmages as soon as the gym's back open.
Well, yeah, exactly as well. Yeah, I believe I'm actually itching for a game of basketball.
Oh, absolutely itching. And so, as I said, me and you go back a long time. I know a lot about your history as a player. Talking off camera there, I said to you, I remember you coming into the school as a first year, and I'm wanting to know who this guy was. You know what I mean? Who's this guy? But so let's go back to the start. Who, what, or why inspired you to play basketball? What's the reason you picked up a ball?
Yeah, I suppose it's family ties. Like my older brother Mano, used to bring us up to the basketball courts in Palmerstown. Like this before now, I could even throw the ball into a 10-foot net. So like we try and have it between our legs and try and get it in that way, and just progress from there. You know what I mean? Like, so that my brother Mano got onto a basketball team in Ballyfermot. And as we were like about 10, 11, we went down and watching them, and we just liked what we were seeing, you know what I mean? And then when I started playing, I was just naturally all right with it, you know what I mean? I was actually kind of good. I was quick.
That's an understatement. I think you're selling yourself short there. You were better than good.
Well, you know what I mean? I took it naturally, you know what I mean? Like, so I naturally wanted to see how far I could go with it, you know what I mean? So again, bumping into you then in first year, seeing what you've achieved, I'm like, Jesus, I want what he has, you know what I mean? Like, I want to get to that level, you know what I mean? So I think I remember we had our own little basketball club, Palmerstown. Like, it was the Palmerstown Saints. That's how we used to call ourselves. Like, but we more or less built it ourselves, because over in Palmerstown, the closest place to us was probably Notre Dame, which is in Tala, but there was no buses going from Palmerstown to Tala. So, and in my mad, I weren't going to drop us over either, you know what I mean? Like 3 times a week, whatever.
They were busy.
So, they were busy, exactly. We did our 6 kids we have. So we just had to make do with what we had. So it was that into basketball. We created our own team, got into the underage leagues, continued playing in school, and then just took off from there. One inspired amount though was like my brother Mano was playing the 3-on-3 Adidas competition, the first one in St. Anne's Park. I think him, Jerry Kennedy, I don't know who the third person was, but they got to the final and they actually won. And when I seen that, I was like, fucking shit, cool, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's my man, you know what I mean? That's my brother, that's what I want to play, you know what I mean? Like, so I got in there, I wanted to just do that. And then follow him as well. So we played down in Chile. Well, he won a league medal down there with Chile. I think Ricardo Leonard was one of the Americans on the team as well. So I watched all the games there and I got excited watching them down there. Then he came back up and went to mid something bad Doyle, and I went to watch all the games, and eventually got got to go training with him during the week and during the summer leagues, and I was holding my own, you know what I mean? Like, so then I was asked to join up, you know what I mean? So then just took off from there, you know what I mean? So I was always playing against people who are older, you know what I mean? Like, and stronger and whatnot, you know. So
I have to say, even when I was growing up, playing against the older lads, like getting invited onto the court to play the older lads, that was, you knew you'd arrived then. Exactly. You know what I mean? When they're looking down the line, they're going, not him. Oh yeah, I'll take Joey. You're like, happy days.
And again, we were a man. He wasn't going to bring no bum to his basketball training. You know what I mean? Like,
true. And
you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So
no, man was hard nosed. He was tough, man.
He was
tough. What a player.
Yeah, like what a defender. You know what I mean? Anything that I learned how to defend was all of him. You know what I mean? Because he was all over you. You know.
He was great, absolutely great player. So, like you said, you played with Mid Sutton, you played with Dublin Bay Vikings, you played with Tolka, and you played with me at Hoops. So, think about all those teams. Who's your favourite teammate and why?
Yeah, it's a tough one. That one really is. But I think who I played with most for the seasons of all those teams that I played with was probably Lenny Mack. I played with him on Tolka for 2 seasons, and the Shamrock Hoops for another 2 seasons, and on and off the court, Lenny Mack was the man. You know what I mean? Like,
legend.
And even back in the day, legend. I was like, geez, I looked, they were inspired to what he was. You know what I mean? Like, and when I eventually got a chance to play with him, actually, it's a good story, quick story about Lenny Mack. First game playing with Tolka, he had a hernia, and it was sticking out of his fucking stomach. I swear to God. He's like, no, man, put that back in. Put a strap around it, went down, played the first game. That's Lenny Macmillan, you know what I mean? Like, so
he probably dropped 40 though, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and he just smooth, cool. Like, yeah. So I think him, and he taught me a lot as well, and brought me under his wing a bit, you know what I mean? Like, so Lenny Macmillan's probably would be closest.
Look, I got to play with Lenny, and you know, I'm getting him on here in a week or two. I'm dying to hear his side of things, but yeah, Lenny Mack he's the real deal.
He is. Like, I don't know, he experienced it all, you know what I mean? Like, and I had a lot to teach people, because when I got to play him, he wasn't in his prime, let's just say, like, but he wasn't like, he was a whole ass Lenny Mack, but he still had his wits about him, you know what I mean? Like, and
absolutely
still beat you up, you know what I mean? Like, and you can't switch off against Lenny, you know what I mean? You got to be on the ball. And he tell you that as well.
He needs to. We need to get Lenny Mack into the Basketball Ireland Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'd sign that petition.
Oh yeah, let's get it done. Right, so basketball players are notoriously superstitious. Have you any basketball superstitions?
I thought I did. So after one of my first games playing Super League, I had a pair of shorts, like they were a little old pair of shorts I had, and I wore them underneath my shorts. I played actually very well that game. I was like, oh, right, there, you know what I mean? So I wore them for about another half the season then, and then one time I had forgotten to bring them to a game. I was like, oh, Alex, what am I going to do? So I went out, played, had probably one of the best games I ever had without them on. So ever since then, I'm like, I'm not superstitious, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care what number I wear, doesn't matter what shoes I'm wearing, whatever.
I'd love to be able to say that. if I'm not wearing that, I'm done. You remember our first season with Hoops? Young Calvin Troy came in and took number 13, and I had a meltdown. Remember saying, there's no way he's wearing that's my number. She was like, calm down, just ask him to swap. Just play.
Come here, like, there's too many other things to worry about on the basketball court about what number we are, what shorts, you know what I mean? Like, so I have a good lesson that I learned it early as well. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not that superstitious. No.
Excellent. So like that, you started in 1996, which isn't today or yesterday. It's a few years ago playing Super League. So who's the toughest person you've had to guard through those years, and who guarded you the hardest, in your opinion?
All right. Toughest person I had to guard. So I was playing for Dublin Bay Vikings at the time. So I was young, I was quick. And he used to put me on Americans some of the times. So I think it was Damien Schultz, Leicester.
Yes, Damien Schultz,
American. Yeah, he was a beast, he was. I remember trying to mark him, and he was just that quick, you know what I mean? Like, so, and he couldn't give him a yard because he'd shoot over you, you know what I mean? Like, so you were trying to like lay up on him without fouling him and try and stop him, and it was like, he just couldn't be done, you know what I mean? So, twice I played against him that year. He played for Leicester, and twice, anytime I was on him, I think I was on about 4 or 5 possessions, and I was like, oh, he sucks. Joey, come on, we had enough. So not many players did that to me, you know what I mean? Like, so that's probably like the toughest. He was very good, I'd say. One of the best I've had to mark. Now, for people marking me, I'm not really sure. You know, I'm not really sure, because my game was just passing, going, then try and get open. You know what I mean? Like, so I really took it to people. You know what I mean? Like, and gave it to them. Like, but I had to say, one person who tough was Damien Seeley. You know what I mean? A few times I played against him, and it's like running into a brick wall. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like very just tough. You know what I mean? Like, trying to get around him, trying to get a rebound off him, trying to get by him. It wasn't easy. You know what I mean? Like, anything you got off him, you earned. You know what I mean? Like, and that's even the rebound, or even make a pass. You know what I mean? That's how tough he was. That's what I felt.
That's probably why he's what, five Sprite Cups, 5 national cups.
Yeah.
He's tough. Absolutely solid player. Good guy, really good guy as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen him here recently.
Many a night out with him.
Yeah.
You should get Rob Kane to tell you those stories. They're different level. So you said you've no superstitions and you don't mind what number you wear or what shoes you wear. But have you got a favourite pair of shoes? Like, if you could call up whatever company it is and go, I want a Joey Haastrup custom made, whatever shoe it is, what's your favourite shoe?
I suppose the favourite shoe when I was playing, right, was playing with Tolka, right, and I got a pair of Andre Agassi's, Nikes. I don't know what version they were, right, but they were so light on my shoes. They looked perfect. They did absolutely beautiful pair of runners. They were grey, sort of grey. Actually, they were actually that good. I got 2 pairs back to back of these runners. You know what I mean? Like, and it was probably in about like early maybe 2000, 1999. These runners were out. Just gorgeous. And I know they're tennis shoes, but they weren't actually very built. They were built like for your ankles and whatnot. They were good, and they looked flashy as well. So I got a pair of them. And another pair, I suppose, one of my favourites that I always wanted this pair of runners, right? But I could never get them because I couldn't afford them. They were the Converse Tarmacs back in the day. They were black and white Converse Tarmacs. Remember, I was in school and I always wanted a pair of them. Couldn't get them, but I do remember Dunn Stores had the bleeding knockoff version of them. And I was like, yeah, I want them. Give me them. I'm going to rock them. I don't care if they're not the real things, but Converse Tarmacs, yeah. I think they're the ones
I can't remember them.
Gorgeous. Black. Well, I think, no, he was Reebok. I'm not sure what basketball player wore them over in the States, like, but
somebody wore them. I must have a look.
It could have been Sean Kemp, actually. I don't know, but I'm not too sure. Reebok, yeah.
I must have a look.
Look them up. You can get me a pair. I want a pair.
No problem. Once the money starts rolling in from the podcast show, you know what I mean? Converse might just give you a pair.
Oh, Converse, bring them back, man. Bring them back.
So we're going to the park, or we're going to the gym for a pickup game. It's you and 4 other players that you've played with or that you would have liked to play with from the Super League. You and 4 positionally. Who are you bringing to the gym for a pickup game?
All right. Point guard. I suppose Emmett Donnelly.
Oh, that's a solid pick.
Luke O'Hay. I'm bringing Luke.
Where are you playing Luke? At the
He'll be me too. As a tree.
As a tree.
Yeah, I'll be the 2.
You're playing shooting guard.
I'm playing shooting guard. Luke,
I have to say, Luke is one of the most underrated players to ever play here.
He's a super player. Unbelievable.
And
the year that he played with me.
A super bloke.
Yeah,
a
big
proper
time.
bloke.
All around proper team player as well, you know. Brilliant he was. I suppose I played with this guy, I think for half a season with Tolga, Jermaine Turner, throw him in there. 4
or 5? 4.
4, yeah.
JT, yeah.
And the big guy, Big C. Remember Big C for hoops? He's 6'10". Beast of a man, Carlton
Aaron. He was a beast. What an absolute unit. He was a unit.
Unbelievable. I remember his 50-point game against Galway. Obviously not one 3-pointer. From the beach hole and below.
All mid-range,
Dominant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, unbelievable.
Couldn't stop him.
Like our own personal Shaqy was.
He was unreal. He was unreal. Was Scott Kennedy playing with you that year?
Scott Kennedy playing.
Yeah.
Could have been actually, yeah.
Was that
Jay Reid was playing actually that year as well.
No, not with Carlton.
No.
That was before Jay Reid came in. It was the year before I came back.
I don't know who was playing. We had Phil, the shooter, Phil Taylor. He was playing with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had.
Good ball.
He's actually doing it. He was a good player. He's a silky smooth shooter.
Some crack on nights out with him as well. Right, so I know you love your music. Your taste is questionable. That's all I'm saying. Like, I've been in a car with you. You've been in charge of the stereo on road trips.
Yeah, I've come along since then. Like, I've come a long way since then now.
Well, that's good. But I'm going to ask you, who are your top 5 musical artists of all time? Who could you not live without listening to? And if you say Scooter, I'm ending this call now.
No. No, I won't say it. Like, dance music is really special to me, you know what I mean? Like, so, but I'm not gonna name it here because like I've progressed from that era of my life now. You know what I mean? Like, so
you've grown up. Is that what you're telling me?
I've grown up. I have grown up, but I'm gonna go by past memories. So I went to a concert back in '95. It was the Fugees concert over here, and that album, The Score, fantastic album. I could not live without having that album. So the Fugees be number 1. Again, this band, I went to see them twice. AC/DC, absolutely 2 of the best times I've ever had in my life. I know, I couldn't believe it.
AC/DC. I've never in a million years.
Half the songs, like, I heard them playing in the concerts, like, is that AC/DC? I didn't know that was AC/DC. You know what I mean? So my mind was opened. I have to say, my mind was open. I suppose I watched the documentary not so long ago with Quincy Jones, one of the greatest producers ever. You know what I mean? Like, and he produced Michael Jackson's Thriller album, and for the fact that the hard work that went into that, and the sweat and tears, and what came out of that work was unbelievable. So I'm gonna have to put down Michael Jackson as one of the top 3, top 5. Now, what's next? I couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really a music kind of guy. But I suppose going through school, I suppose back in 1st and 2nd year, Pearl Jam, Tour Dean, that album, was unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like, so I had to do Pearl Jam. I suppose bringing it home, again back in that era, '95 hip hop era, Tupac, All Eyes on Me. The album was just unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like it really was.
That's a really good show.
And then Snoop Dogg as well. Doggy Style had to go up there, and you can show Dr. Dre in as well with the Chronic 2000. So they're all grouped together. So I'd have to have all them
together. That's like a mixtape. That's no problem. We can go with that. Right. So following on from that, and I know you have DJ'd in the past, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I have.
Yeah.
I DJ'd one Sunday morning, Cable Street in the Blue Note. That's the biggest claim that they might have did.
Right, so you're the DJ now. What 3 songs are we warming up to right before tip off? What are the last 3 songs we hear before we walk off the court?
All right. So we got Warren G, Regulate, right, just to bring us in, get us hyped up, right?
Definitely.
And then we've got AC/DC, Back in Black, right? That's just to get us going. And then the end of last DMX, X Gonna Give It To You. And then we all just get angry, get mad, we all play, and we play hard.
I can't argue with any of them. They are solid joy. I'm like, I'd warm up to that shit. I'd warm up to that. Definitely. Right, so here's the one that's causing the most, people to think the most on.
Right.
16-year-old Joseph Haastrup, as you were back then, just before you were Joey, you were just good old Joseph, Christian's little brother. What advice would you give to 16-year-old Joey?
Jesus. I suppose one thing maybe, get in the gym, right? I never went to the gym until I was like late 20s. Never got into the gym was lifting weights and all that. Like I was like, the better things to be doing, you know what I mean? Like, so throughout my whole, more or less, a good portion of my Super League career, like I didn't go to the gym. I mean, I wasn't a gym type of guy, but late 20s, early 30s, and up until now, like, so I'm in the gym, fucking love it, you know what I mean? Like, so I would tell 16-year-old Joey, get in the gym, man.
Get your ass in the gym.
Get your ass in the gym, you know what I mean?
Room.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'd say.
Have you been back down? Have you been back down to school since you left? Yeah,
I did. I was down in the primary school. Duffy's was the headmaster. And this has gone back about 13 years ago. I was back. So it's been a long time since I've been back. But yes, this place looked tiny.
Yeah,
absolutely tiny.
But so when we were there, yeah. And now it's like it is. It's that size. Yeah, it's weird.
It is. So that picture was still up on the wall. The compo picture was still up on the wall. So like, it was good to see that.
Joey Haastrup with hair.
With hair, yeah. Me Carter.
Damn.
Damn.
I need to see that picture. I need to drop down just to see that picture. Right. So here's a good one for you. Dead or alive, 5 dinner guests you invite to your house. So you've dinner in your house tomorrow night. 5 people, dead or alive, family, friends, famous people, whatever you want. 5 people, right. Who are you bringing?
Right, we'll start with a bit of fame there, you know what I mean, just so we could talk at these people for the dinner. Bring up Barack Obama, bring him up, roll him up, ask him a lot of questions for him, I suppose. Beyonce, I'd bring her up so she could sing to us while we're waiting, and it's something nice to look at as well. She's fantastic, unbelievable. I suppose I'm into like stargazing and all that kind of thing. So your man Noel the Degresse, is that his name? The scientist he is.
Scientist, yeah.
Noel Degresse, his name is, right? So that's 3. My brother Chris, that'd be 4, and then me wife Maria, that'd be 5. So we'll be sitting there asking them questions all night long, getting Beyonce to sing songs, getting Barack to answer questions, and getting your man Neil Degresse to answer questions as well about space and what it's all about. You know what I mean?
They're solid. They are solid. So here's following on from that. Are we ordering in? Are you cooking? And what are we having for dinner?
All right, I'd say we'd order in, right? But I would do I've recently learned how to do these chicken goujons, sort of like marinate them, put them in breaded what do you call it, batter them and all that. You know what I mean? Like, so they're absolutely fantastic. The wife likes them, the kids love them. You know what I mean? Like, so I bring that to the thing for starters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and then we'd order in. You know what I mean? Like, we'd order whatever we want. But so just get the conversation.
Everybody gets a pick.
Just get the conversations going. Like, what do you think of those little chicken wings there? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I made them myself. Yeah.
You want me recipe? Oh, can you imagine? That would be absolutely class. Right, yeah. So we're at the end of this, which I can't believe because really? Man, I could talk to you all day. Like those hour and a half, 2 hour journeys down to Cork used to feel like 10 minutes with the two of us in the car. But the last question is going to be: who would you like to see on this podcast? Ex-player, current player. Who would you like to see sitting where you're sitting right now?
I suppose you can get Jay Fuzz, roll his old ass up out here, see what he has to say for himself. Your neighbour now, yeah, that won't be too hard.
I'll just drop over to him now. Just better not say that with lockdown. I mean, I'd ring him, I'd Zoom call him, I wouldn't drop over to him. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Fuzzy actually. He'd be a good one to get on.
Yeah,
he's got some stories.
He's over here, like, I thought he was only going to stay like for a season or 2 seasons, but he ended up marrying and living over here now as a family and all that.
Two kids, I think he has. Yeah.
Find out what like. He must love Ireland. You know what I mean? Like, so.
How would you not love Ireland, Joey?
How would you not love Ireland? Exactly.
How would you not love Ireland? Look, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Stay safe. Love to Marie and the kids. And look, we'll stay in touch and I'll see you soon.
No problems. Look after yourself, Jake. Thanks for inviting me on.
Thanks a million.
Bye-bye.
So that was the Joey Haastrup episode. Great guy. Loved playing with him. Loved my time with him. Loved knowing him for all these years. We've some great stories if we ever go to the over 18 version of the podcast. Coming soon. Who knows? This week we're going to stay on the north side. We're going to stay over that way with another. Let's see. Ex-Vincent's, ex-Colester, Glasnevin Basketball Club, and who knows what the future holds. He is now involved with the Irish Strength and Conditioning setup. So look, here's Thursday's trailer.
Yeah. Sometimes some of those lads who've made here their home, they don't get enough shout out, like the Ricks, Jerome, like Puff is now what you can consider him like the modern American who's come over and made home his. And
so that was the trailer for Thursday's episode. Tune in 8 a.m. and all the usual spaces, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, and YouTube. Get liking, get subscribing, get sharing, all of those wonderful social media phrases. Head on over to our Instagram story to vote on Team Scally versus Team Haastrup. Who's holding the court? Scally's team are holding it down right now. I think it's 3-0 they are now. So let's see where this week goes. And until next time, this is Jago saying, I'll see you on the court soon.